Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're looking at the more digital side of publishing, and that's HTML and XML. So what the hell are they? I was very confused when I first started publishing because I didn't know what they were. They're basically markup languages. They are the building blocks so that your content can be adapted and transferred in different digital formats. They're useful for typesetters to be able to edit your books and your manuscripts. They contain what's called tags. They're basically just opening and closing arrows that have got some content in them, and they basically say this is where my title starts and this is where my title ends, or this is where my paragraph starts and this is where my paragraph ends. You can have, for example, a title tag, a subheading tag, a paragraph tag, whatever it is. So let's talk about the difference between them. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. The key difference here is this allows you to input how the text or how the tables or images or whatever it is going to be displayed. For example, you can say if your title is going to be in bold or not. HTML is mainly used for websites, and one thing that I found so interesting a couple of years ago is that you can inspect any web page. You might have even done this by accident. If you right click, or depending on if you've got a Mac or a PC, a couple of shortcuts on the keyboard allows you to inspect that page and you can see the full rundown of the HTML. You can actually have a play around with it and it won't edit the actual site, it will just edit how it's displayed for you at that time. Once you refresh the page or close it and go back on it again, it will be back to the original. So you can't actually change it completely, but you can have a fiddle around, and that might be useful if you want to have a bit more of an understanding on HTML. A key difference between HTML and XML as well is that HTML have their own predefined tags, so no matter where you're using it or who you are or where you are, they're always going to be the same tags, whereas XML, you can decide them yourself, but we'll come to that. So XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, and as opposed to HTML that looks at the display and how your site is going to look, XML is mainly just about the content, and it's about transferring the data into different formats. It's becoming more common for publishers to work from an XML first workflow, which basically means you do that first before any other format. It means that you're saving time and resources down the line if you want to convert your book into a hardback or an ebook or an ePDF, whatever it is. It basically means that if you have an XML, it's a single file format, so you can send that to anyone, anywhere in the world, and you don't have to get it converted in a different type of file or anything like that. In summary, HTML and XML stand for Hypertext Markup Language and Extensible Markup Language. They are both markup languages, but HTML is more for the displaying of your content and XML is more for the general storage of it. I also really recommend using CodeAcademy. Use their free trial. I found this really helpful a couple of years ago when I was first starting in publishing. You can basically just have a play around and it helps your understanding on this kind of like coding side of the publishing industry, which can be quite confusing. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions or if this helped in any way, please drop it in the comment section down below, and hopefully see you in my next one.